here we are, Nut. As the Franks, some of us might like to see some Franks in H2 as well here. And Wolf of the North as the Japanese. Pulling up the bracket really quickly, we have, this is game 11 on the bottom branch there. Wolf of the North previously defeated Actual Beetle 2-0 with a couple of pretty well executed archer rushes with a couple of civs.
Yeah.
So, we'll see how this goes. Obviously, Nut is much higher seed. Here we go. We are on Arena. Nut in blue on the top and Wolf of the North in orange on the bottom. Look at all those. Look at all those geese. AOE4 is great. Can confirm. Correct statement. We got some okay, a wall all the way along the back of the map there.
Yeah, plenty of wood.
Oh, I forgot. These guys have been waiting up for Nut this whole time. I'm sorry. We should have covered this one earlier in the night. But here we are now. We've kept you involved for the entire stream. And here it is. Best of 3. First game. Villager count so far, this is weird, it's flipped for H4 and H2. In H2, it's on the bottom. Villager count 8 to 7 in favor of Nut. Pretty reasonable. Wolf of the North going for a little bit more of a relaxed town center queue. Oh, you don't even know. That next series. You're talking about, okay, he's talking about the Bees, let me hit that button again. Bees Squeaky series. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest right now. I kind of put that one at the end because it's very long and I thought I was just gonna have to like sleepwalk my way through it. But it sounds like we're gonna have some exciting plays. The Wolf of the North, now special, 1 tile away mining camp, fully optimized, metagamer, and oh no. No. Somebody call an ambulance. Cameron, we need an EMT on site right now.
Oh, that's the mistake. Oh, I was wondering. I thought
and he hasn't caught it yet.
Oh, that was the mistake. Yikes. Oh, man.
Ooh. We got the mining camp on the wood. You hate to see that. Nobody likes to see it. But we'll see if he can come back from that debilitating issue.
I think
He's moved to the... Oh, and he doesn't have enough wood to make another camp. Moving to the straggler tree is the right move here, but it still hurts. Yeah. And I think he's got enough now. There it goes. Okay. Yeah. Big tuna, the misclick. Oh, it happens... I mean, again, it may not happen to Hera, but it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
We got a boar out here. Okay, Wolf of the North going for... I mean, it looks like a fast castle with the 2 on gold. If I'm judging anything...
honestly did not have an... I guess I was...
We've got some Caleb Smith action in the background.
I'd say... I'm sorry. I'm going to myself again.
Okay.
Honestly, I didn't have too much of a plan going in. I guess I wanted to try to get some resources.
Okay. I mean, this is a very different pick from you. The Japanese are not known for their archer rush.
I think I was basing my plan too much off that first game that I played.
Hey, the chat likes it. Hadrian, he's chiming in. Incredible. Oz, love the background singing. Full marks.
Full marks. Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to get resources and trying to get to the next stage. That was kind of my current objective. With that said, I think I think we'll see this as we get further along. I think I devoted a lot of resources to making the wrong units. I think that was the main issue.
Okay. Well, we'll see how the unit composition stacks up. We're gonna get a little bit of a distance mill because we've just run out of resources of food. We do have another boar here.
I don't think I noticed it. That might have been the case.
Yeah, just unlucky not to see that.
Yeah.
The
That
scouting
probably
for
could have helped
this
me.
looks like you're going out red, orange onto the field mid-map. Same for blue. He's covered his whole base though first. I would say in arena like this, scouting the whole base is probably fine.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that there was another arena game earlier, and we said that it was a good idea to scout that arena base because again, you've got vision on all those resources, you've got vision on just so making sure you don't miss anything.
Yeah, and you know the enemy is walled off behind stone walls, so you're not going to steal
Yeah,
their like
sheep
sheep or
or
anything. So
turkey or anything. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up this overlay again and just flashbang everybody who's watching this at nighttime, which is everybody, in fact. This favors the Franks quite heavily. It's a closed map, and they love. It's another like Castle Age cavalry rush civ. Heavy cav. The throwing axemen work in some situations, like we saw with Hadrian versus Tom Bombadil with the incredible throwing axeman pick. I wish I brought that up when I was talking to Tom Bombadil, setting up his other match. That was like,
Looking,
that was like
sorry. Yeah.
Civ choice of the week for me. I loved that.
I think I remember that game last week. That was pretty exciting.
Yeah, versus the
Looking at
Goths.
looking at I think looking at the I'm looking at the stats here, and I can already tell that he's doing a lot better because he's already got at least 4 more people on the wood. He's got at least more than half of what I have on food right now. Even though I'm ahead in resources, I think from a production standpoint, from a what's the word I'm looking for?
I mean, it looks like we're like going on to stone pretty early too. That's definitely just a waste of resources, I think.
Yeah. See, and there's my second building. Try to get up to.
Okay, now that is fine. I don't have a problem with the barracks right now.
But again, I think I did that just so that I could immediately get an archery range out. So the main, at least what I've noticed with this, at least with this, again, I think we'll see this as the game gets further along, is that I'm not sure that I have a set plan. Because because again, I waited until the end of, I'll go into this more as the game progresses and we get to the end of it.
Did you, so why did you pick Japanese here? I'm wondering.
There were a few things. I think the one big thing was that the production for the buildings does not require as much wood. I think it required like 50% wood. Sorry, it only required half of what was needed.
Okay.
So that means that could have saved up wood for other buildings. That doesn't. So then I could devote wood to other resources or other buildings that I needed.
And I see not banned the Britons too. So that's
yeah, that was another thing. And
it's kind of fun to rib somebody for one tricking in this like stuff, but I think that's actually a really strong play. Just pick one civilization or two, but just pick one civ and know it in and out like the back of your hand. Get the build down, and like that's going to be a really strong play. And that's totally a good way to play in this stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stats again. He's being a lot more productive with the resources he has. He's got at least 14 villagers on food compared to my 6. I've got. I think I got a few too many on gold. I could have probably made some more villagers to get the food right away. Because again, he's already got some farms out. He's already getting. The other.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what your goal is. Like you said, you didn't really have one. I mean, you're less experienced with like these, melee infantry, man-at-arms oriented civs. So you might not know what the resource distribution needs to be.
Yeah.
And that said, well, I guess it's okay. It's 28 to 19.
It's starting to get
the idle TC
the gap
time
is starting to get wider. Yeah, the gap is starting to get wider, and again, I'm not devoting the right resources. That's the other problem.
I mean, I think beyond anything right now, what to take away from this game is work on constantly having villagers producing. I mean, that's like the most basic piece of advice, but right now that's the biggest difference I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Maybe the villager distribution, like,
that
again, kind of flows out from what you want to do out of the game, right?
Yeah. And I think that's And I guess the reason I picked Arena because this was
It's
the
a
map
cute
that
little animation. Yeah. Alright, H2.
Yeah, this was the arena I picked for my. This was the arena that I picked, and I suppose I wanted this match just because I figured that he was going to be my opponent was going to be better than my first opponent.
Yeah.
So
Seed
I
4.
wanted,
It's
yeah,
understandable.
I wanted to
3?
take this advantage to try to turtle up, get
3.
some resources. The one problem though is at least what I'm noticing, something I didn't take advantage of, or will not take advantage of, is not expanding out to the middle.
Okay.
Because again, even though obviously we are behind these walls, we can build up. And I think we were talking about this with the other arena map, that
Yeah.
establishing some forward, just having some vision or a forward base in some area will again alert you to what it is that they're doing.
So
will tell you what the enemy is going to be coming at you with, and
absolutely, map control is an interesting beast. It's not just like taking the resources from the middle; it's controlling the map in more places than the enemy, which involves, you could tower like the gold and then take that,
see, I think I've already got
or
some.
production buildings forward, something
I think I've already got some.
like
I
what
think
we
I've already got
saw.
some.
Okay, go ahead.
No, that's fine. I'm cutting you off. There's no thing I've already got the archers out, but again, I'm not doing anything with them. I could be roaming, but I'm not. I'm just kind of pensively waiting.
Yeah, their archers are fine as the Japanese. That's okay. But you definitely want to get into that infantry if possible.
Yeah. And I think so. He just aged up. So I think at this point I'm kind of starting to panic. I'm starting to get a little bit more worried.
Okay. Yeah, definitely
a big
lacking on the food right now for the age.
Yeah, I'm definitely starting to fall behind here, and I think that's a mark. Yeah, I'm getting a market up to try to. Yeah, I'm getting a market up so I could maybe try to buy some food or sell some other buy some food so I can maybe get to the next stage. At this point, I'm panicking.
Remind me, Cameron. Do you generally pull the boar like in a game?
I try to at least one.
Okay, I think the scouting was just not good here.
Yeah, it was not good.
Missed both.
Yeah, and again,
even at this point, you could still take it, just like with these food villagers, even. But
yeah, I think because I'm looking, again, I'm looking at the stats here. He's got more villagers on food. He's got more on. So got just even that little bit having. Yeah, see, he's already got his.
Here's the Castle Age Knight push coming out very effectively.
He's
like,
already,
I'm not even really watching Blue's base because I know he's doing. He's doing
already
everything
getting up.
Right.
He's already getting up a second town center, which is again, I'm already far behind. Another big thing that I've noticed again was just my mental. I was whenever.
You went into this game like as the underdog, and you're kind of afraid.
And I definitely was, and it's definitely easy to get overwhelmed. And again, it's definitely again, I definitely can look back at this game and realize I did not play well. There's definitely mistakes that I made, and
I'm
obviously
looking forward to seeing maybe I don't know how much you knew about the Franks while playing the game here.
I did not know. There's still a lot about. I still don't know a lot about these little details.
Yeah.
I don't know all the little details behind each civilization.
Okay. Well, the Franks are primarily a cavalry civ, right, with their knights in the Castle Age specifically.
So that means pikemen,
the Japanese faster attacking infantry bonus they keep talking about does affect the pikemen as well. So you're going to have very strong counter to these knights as long as they don't get microed.
Yeah. And see, I wasn't thinking about that. I should have, if I'd known about that, I probably would have devoted more to pikemen than archers.
Okay. So far, Wolf of the North in this game, as far as I can tell from what we've seen so far, has been dealt a massive emotional damage.
Pretty much. Yeah, and I'm looking at the villager productivity. He's already got more than half of villagers on food and wood, and so
yeah, the villager difference here with the second town center, he's doubling up the vills. Now this is a huge lead, and it's very hard to come back from this unless you're going to go all in with like a tech advantage.
I'm starting to get towards my castle age, so I think that's kind of what I wanted to do. And I think at some point he's. I'll let it play out before I say anything. Yeah, there's the castle age.
Okay. Well, here's the knights. He's
Yeah,
gonna
so yeah,
need
see,
some.
so here I am seeing the attack coming. I know he's gonna start moving units out.
Okay, good. At least for the scout to see that, and then we have the
Think I
castle
don't.
drop from blue
I
and
don't.
monks to grab the relics.
Yeah, that was the other. I think I wanted to try to get a monastery out as well to get some of those relics, but I think it was too late.
I mean, if you're, I don't know, that was a pretty significant lag time between age ups for these two players, and I think if you're in that position, unless you're specifically scouting the relics and making sure that they're still here, you're pretty much gonna want to just give up on those.
Yeah. And see, this is what I was talking about. It's establishing that forward base. That's going to give you vision. That's going to give you a foothold.
I like the defensive castle, though. That's good.
The one thing I could not figure out that I actually had trouble trying to figure out was, honestly, I don't know why.
I would have looked for this like right on the wall so it can just shoot down the wall for you, but
maybe that would have been a better choice. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, for blue.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, you're right. That would have been a good choice. Something I could not figure out. I don't remember. Do I need to be in the Imperial Age to get the trebuchet out, or do I need another building?
Yeah, trebuchets are locked to Imperial Age.
Yeah.
In the castle.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. See, he's already, again, he's very far ahead in terms of resource, in terms of the units he has on those resources. He's very far ahead, so it's not looking good for me.
Yeah, this is just a full boom.
Yeah,
I think macro diff right now. I mean,
I've been being squeezed out. That's pretty much what's going on here, and
well, we've had like no engagements yet between the two, but it's interesting. The crossbowman upgrade is smart against these knights, but we're gonna need a front line from orange here.
Yeah, and I'm on the right side. I'm starting to do a little bit of I think I'm starting to get a little bit of scouting in just to see what's going on. And I think here's what I'm going to notice: the castle.
There we go. 1.55 movement speed, 1.35. So that scout is, as long as it's moving, always going to be able to get away and just keep providing info. There's that castle, and doesn't see the castle yet.
Yeah, I don't think I think my scout missed the castle, so I'm not going to see it coming.
I mean, unless he builds, like, I guess throwing axemen are probably a bad choice here anyways, unless he's going for like a full building destruction rush. I guess they could work, but I guess if he just rushes Imperial for trebuchets, that's really the only thing that castle's giving him right now, except for protecting these 3 tiles of gold, which don't really matter in the long run, or at least in the medium run. I guess it's more psychological damage.
Yeah, it definitely is. I don't think I'm north the castle yet. I think at some point I'm going to get a monastery up, because there is a relic there that I wanted to take, and I think that's when I see this castle, and I realized I'm in trouble.
Okay, and that was when he realized.
No!
You probably said something like that, didn't you?
Yep, exactly. That's exactly what I said.
Okay, we got samurai. Samurai, as we all know, are anti-unique units. So they do extra damage to every other unique unit in the game. Actually a really interesting concept. I'm a fan. But at the same time, no unique units out from blue. They are pretty good infantry anyways, too, though.
I think I'm starting to...
So here comes with that castle. There you go. We see it.
Yeah, that's when I see the castle. That's when I realize
good work
I'm in trouble.
Only one loss from that. It's pretty smooth.
As soon as that happened.
Yeah. I think your micro is definitely strong, Cameron.
My micro has definitely felt better. I'd say that
APM micro, I guess.
As much as I've been, I guess, ragging on myself this game, my micro has definitely felt better.
Yeah.
In regards to handling those little movements.
Yeah. It's just like the early build order stuff, and then
there's still
just general macro unit choices.
The build order, and just getting my resources going is the biggest thing.
Raw skill is there. That's what I want to say.
I just have to forge it now. I have to forge it into something dangerous. and I'll cut my way through the king of the losers bracket.
Exactly. Wait, don't spoil anything. You could just
Oh,
still
sorry.
win this set, Wolf
Shoot,
of the
that's
North,
true.
you dog. You're gonna
That's
get
right.
banned from chat for spoiling something like
Sorry.
that.
I could.
Good thing it was a
Careful
joke.
with it. Yeah.
He doesn't know how this is gonna go. This is being played live. Like to see a new lumber camp.
Or maybe I'll cut my way through the 2v2v2. Whatever that is.
Oh, yeah. Gotta get a good teammate for that one.
Yeah, Nut here with just fantastic economy. Just he's rolling in the dough right now. I guess that was one way of putting it.
Yeah, Wolf of the North though. Pardon me. 17 military to 11, and the value difference here is not too high. These archers, these crossbows, will handle the knights if we see an engagement from these two. But again, I guess he's seen the crossbows. And we have a mangonel out for blue,
but again,
so
he's starting to get
gonna have
some
to
other,
micro around that if you try to take an engagement.
But he is going to be getting some other buildings up, so that is going to be causing some trouble. He's going to be probably getting some... And Nut is upgrading to Imperial, so he's going to be able to get those trebuchets out. He's going to be able to start doing some major damage. So it's not looking too
here
good.
comes Imperial. I think he's just waiting for that. Seeing no response from you in the mid-map is just going to lead to an Imperial treb push.
That was really another big thing that I had noticed about my gameplay, is that I'm being way too passive. Conservative is another way of putting it. I'm reacting. I'm not acting.
Sure.
So I definitely could have again been scouting, looking to see what other areas of the map that he had taken. I think I do manage. I got a monk going out to the lower left relic to be sure that I get that thing.
Okay, gonna snipe that relic out from under the castle.
It's just out of range of the castle, so I was definitely happy with that.
Then remember, players can't see the range, so well played there.
Yeah, one of the few saving graces that I have here.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a relic for orange, and
again, not just getting Nuts in the Imperial Age now, so he's probably gonna start getting out those trebuchets. Again, he's getting a few other. He's getting so he's got some stables up, so he's gonna get that night rush going. Cavalry rush going, as well as some archer ranges for some poke. Wouldn't be surprised if I see a few trebs coming out as well. Yep, there's the first treb.
Here's a treb and a second castle. These castles, I honestly am not a fan of. I would like to see like 5 to 8 villagers pulled and drop it right on the face right here. Obviously, these crossbows pose an issue. So maybe you need to stay a little ways away. But this castle as it stands isn't really doing anything other than psychological damage.
Yeah.
And also, I guess, protecting any fights that happen in their range.
And as soon as the treb comes out, that's when I'm going to go into kind of panic mode as well.
Yeah, so here's the treb. We got villagers moving out to this stone, or
I think that was an auto. Stone. I think that was an auto thing. I think I just
they ran out
of stone.
Okay,
and as soon as I saw the treb, I had to back up. As soon as there's the treb, so I'm going to go into panic mode. I'm going to start.
There's the treb. We have cavalier coming through and paladin.
See what I do.
And ballistics. Okay, for the siege. And throwing axemen are here now. Okay, just because why not?
I'm gonna go on.
So this is a lot of crossbows, and actually a huge amount of samurai, which aren't going to do super well against these knights, but okay. This is not a terrible fight for orange.
I didn't
Blue
think it
knows
was.
it. He's running back. He's
trying to pull you into castle. I'm actually gonna try to beeline for the trebs because they're unguarded right now.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. That's good.
But then again, I think
now these crossbows are exposed, though.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Mangonel does go down.
I got pincered. I didn't have any defense for the crossbows.
I guess if you're gonna beeline the siege like that, I really would like to see just the range stay inside of the walls and support from within.
I think at this point I realize I'm in trouble because castle went down. I'm trying to get a.
Now we do have. This is great. This is good.
Yeah.
Pikemen coming out for orange. Japanese pikemen. Love to see it. Now Nut gonna be doing a great job, I think, pulling those into the castle fire. Now that is something this castle is going to be good for, controlling the fights that happen in the mid-map. Not great for pushing, but okay, we're pushing this.
I wanted the trebuchet. I wanted the trebuchet dead. That was kind of my goal. I wanted it gone. I didn't care. I didn't think I knew I was going to lose.
He's all in on the treb, yeah.
Don't think I ended up getting it. No, I think that was it.
Yeah, and no military upgrades other than the range, too. I think you're trying to play this like an archer civ, but really...
I couldn't have, and that was my mistake. I was thinking of... Yeah, I definitely blew that. I think as soon as... Yeah, again, I've many other... Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to do a poll. Actually, let me view the results here. Nut wins against Nut in the Nut poll. 57 to 43%. Love that. And, can I do a new poll? Hello, please? I want to do a new one.
Again, he's just going to start going through the wall. As soon as the wall comes down, he's just going to come right in.
No. Yeah, he's going to come right in here.
Again, I don't have any pikemen to respond. Units are going to come streaming in. Again, I don't have any, and I guess I try to micro this here, but again, I don't have any defense for those units. The axemen are coming in as well.
I'm starting a poll that says, is fast forwarding okay? Because it's getting late, and there's at least 2 hours of content that we need to get through still.
Yep.
Maybe an hour and a half. Nut is victorious. Crossbowman as the Japanese. Maybe not the greatest play. Nut definitely picking a strategy with the GG. Okay, classy.
Those are GGs, yeah.
Picking a strategy, picking a civ that is good with that strat, and just running with it.